What's up? I have a budget piece here. This is an Eafengrow. It's an EF237 D2 steel G10 handle. And what this is, it looks to be like a takeoff on a Shergorov. That's my guess, my best guess. Eafengrow in the copying mode here. Yeah. Super budget model. I think I picked this up on AliExpress. It's an EF237. Yeah. So we're going to clean this thing up. Maybe we'll do a giveaway with it. Move it out to somebody that needs a pocket knife or would like a free giveaway pocket knife. How about that? Yeah. Pretty snappy. I like the overall shape, the feel, the look of the piece, the blade shape. Not quite drop shut. It's not horrible. Definitely like all this texture and milling on the scales. Yeah, very nice. And even there, yep. Pretty solid. Well, let's get in this thing. Eafengrow. Budget knives, man. But a few of these have been, shall I say, pretty nice. I mean, I'm trying to think if a couple of these have been spectacular, or if they all just kind of fall into the, at the end of the day, not a bad knife. Do you consider budget when you consider the knife? Well, you have to. I mean, it's part of the overall package, what you pay for one of these allows it to kind of fall into a different category. Yeah, so we've got a complete disassembly here. And, some of you kind of know, maybe there's a reason. Ooh, nice heavy, thick piece of blade stock here. Hollow ground. Interesting. I wonder how sharp that is. Coming from the factory. And the detent was pretty solid on it, so I don't think I'm going to mess with that at all. Just going to clean it up, lube it up. And we do have something planned for this before we put this knife back together. So we're going to push this up here for now, and we're going to take a run at these. So, yeah, just like that, we're back. And we have been purplified, man. We are straight up purpley now. Look at this thing. Completely different. Let's put this together. And then I'm going to announce that, yeah, we're going to do a giveaway on this. The video, of course, says that, so you already know. But, yeah, we're going to give this purple dude away. And at the end of the video, I am going to announce what you got to do to enter. So you can fast forward to that, or you can hang out and watch me put this thing back together. And how cool are these gold spacers going to look with this purple now, right? I mean, the gold and the purple. Brrr, skull, right? Who's with me on that? You follow me? I mean, if you know, you know. If you don't, you're like, what? Yeah, it's a lifelong curse, man. But it's a regional curse. It's where you're from. You're born with it. Can't help it. All right. Man, this purple on this thing turned out so well. And would have been neat if the rest of the hardware was gold as well, right? I do like this pivot collar, or the back side of this pivot, I guess I should say. I like it because I got to loosen up here to get that pivot in. I do like it because it's like a rivet. Yeah, there's no milling in it it's not threaded for a bit, a torque bit. It's kind of faux. It's a faux captured though, because it's not actually captured. It's kind of cheated. Let me put that on. I am going to wipe this scale off though, because I have fingerprinted it up. Okay. Little dabble, do you? Yeah, I haven't purpled much lately, and I kind of got a hankering to do it. So there's actually a couple of videos where because once I fire up the die and get it warm, it's like I kind of get busy. It's like I think this session I actually have done 4 knives. I mean, I've got it down pretty simple at this point, using the mason jars and that whole process. So I don't have to do 8 knives or 10 knives at a time. I can do 4. It's pretty simple. It's not that hard. Oh, so look, it is captured, but it's captured in the scale, which I guess is good, right? Good enough. It'll capture that, keep it from turning. Interesting. Not sure that I've ever seen that before, where it's not captured in the liner, but it's captured in the G10 scale. But okay. Got Loctite on all the hardware. And where am I missing a screw? Okay, there it is. I was like, oh, where's that screw? Okay. How's our action? I think I'm a little tight. Maybe. So the blade's off center. Actually, it's pretty center. I mean, it's not running very good. It feels like it's running worse than it was before. Let me get that liner out of the way. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of free, but man, there is a lot of tension on that. I'm gonna come apart. I'm gonna look at it. Okay, not 3 hours later, but about 10 minutes. But I did take the slightest little bit of tension out of this liner lock. And then basically I just took it apart and put it back together again. And so now that action is much better. It's not drop shut, but just the tiniest little bit of coaxing will get that to run really well. Very smooth. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can fail it. Let's try. Nah, I mean, man, that thing's running really well. And I believe it's just going to get better. And the reason being is because look at this sanded finish here. Well, that's what the bearings are riding on. So they're having to cut their way through that and make a smooth surface. I mean, I literally can feel this improving. I've got the pivot a little tight just to encourage those bearings to continue to seat. So if I was to loosen that up a little bit, I mean, this thing probably would fall shut at this point. This is the only way in is through this flipper tab. It's got great sharp jimping on it. So once the finger's into it, it's easy to deploy. Not a lot of predicted failure there. I mean, very sharp, positive jimping here. Comes up and over the tip. Yeah, really nice. Let me try loosening this now. See if I can't get it like just right where there's no play and we're smooth. Yeah, very nice. I mean, let's call it B plus. B to B plus action. I mean, it's definitely better than C, which would be average. This is above average. It's good stuff. Yeah, really nice. Ergonomics. So, yeah, that same combat jimping is up here on the spine. It's a little far forward for my hand, but I can get to it. And man, you press into this jimping here. The only way past that, once pressing down with force, is to shred the finger. Yep. EF237 logo there. It's got the EF on this side for Eafengrow. There is the capability to kind of sort of choke up in there, but I'm not a fan of that because now I'm just right up on this blade. But solid grip here. Let's see, reverse grip is really nice. Good platform to cap it with the thumb here. Very powerful grip right here. And yeah, you maybe go here, but the thumb doesn't cap near as well. Yeah. Good ergonomics though. All of this milling is very grippy with the hand. You know, creates a very locked in, confident grip. You know, not so confident, very confident with the finger guard, the jimping here. You know, all of the milling. I mean, this is definitely above a confident grip. Very locked in, very confident. I can feel the pocket clip up in here, but it's not killing me. I could definitely put work in with this and not feel like I had to take a break from the clip, that type of thing. Speaking of that clip, let's put it in a pocket and see how it's doing. I predict it's going to do well, but let's see. Yeah, over the thick stuff, there's so much texture in those scales that tension here just creates bite. Yeah, very nice. Excellent tension, retention. Got a little more than 1/4 of an inch poking out of the pocket, but it's a good looking profile with the steel liners, the lanyard hole, and then the purple. Good looking knife. Yep. Excellent retention, even on standard jean size material. And then my spot in the back pocket, I like it a lot. Very nice. I would expect it to be there when I went looking for it. And so, safety. Wonder if we can make blade contact. So, I am touching the very tip of the blade right there. Yep. It's poked up enough that if I just put my finger down, I'm on that. Yep. I mean, see how high that is in there? Bam, I'm touching it. But no other contact. And then the tip is recessed, but ooh, is it close. Look how close that my finger is getting to that. I mean, woo. If I press hard, I can get it. Yeah. So the clip is good. The tip is okay. And I'm going to say we're okay back here, but I can make blade contact. So I'm not going to say that I'm confident that I could just handle this knife, reach in however I want safely. There is a potential. Yeah, if I jammed my finger down hard on the top of this knife, I could catch that tip. Yeah. I wonder if it's sharp. I mean, pretty good. However, yeah, that's kind of why I'm blasting through this. I'm going to put an edge on this for the giveaway. I'm going to get one of these bomb new edges put on here that's as sharp as it could possibly be. So we'll be right back. Okay, so I've been putting to practice now. I put a backstop up here to manage the dust and the grinding so I can clean up easier and just keep it contained here. But this hollow ground blade, I'm going to guess is probably out to a 18 degree or so. So I've got it set at 15. I'm actually going to, and I wanted to show this. So the angle adjustment on this new unit, here's the angle guide right here. It tells me what angle it's at. But you actually adjust it right here. You don't have to loosen any nuts or do anything crazy. I'm going to set this at 17 degrees. And so the angle guide right here is set at 17. I've got my aggressive stiff belt right here. I'm going to do the initial profile, and then I'm going to take us all the way through it. I want to mark the time. We're at like 14 minutes and 20 seconds in the video or so. Let's see how long it takes to really wrap this up. And I'm going to run it live till we're done. So here we go. Tracking knob works really well on this new unit. So here we go. So what I'm looking to do is reprofile that and get a burr up all the way across that knife. Now I will mention that I have the unit set on the widest setting to give me a large convex edge, or an exaggerated convex edge. So I've gone like 3 passes now, and I've got a full burr all the way across, and if you look, very even all the way out to the tip. So we're just going to flip it now. I'm going to run 3 passes on this side, that burr is going to transfer on that very first pass. So yeah, that burr is already over to the other side now, but I want to go 3 times and try to even up that blade. Yeah, I didn't quite get that tip. I'm going to need to come into it. There we got it. Okay, next belt. I'm still, the ergonomics on this is still, you know, I'm not going to say it's awkward. It's just really different from what I'm used to. So I'm going to skip 2 belts here, and I'm going to go to the I'm going to skip a belt, and I'm going to go to the X65 versus the X100. And this is still the stiff belt kit, and I am finding that these fit the machine pretty tight. There's not a lot of give in these belts. All right, so we should just make 1 or 2 passes here. Let's say 2, and all we're going to do is transfer that burr from one side to the other. And I saw it transfer right there, so I'm going to hit it a second time. Just try to remove a little bit of the scratches from the previous belt so that we can get a nice smooth finish. Now 2 passes on this side. Yeah, and I could see that burr just run from one edge to the other. Next. We're going to jump 2 belts again. So the X45 would have been next, but we're going to go to the X22. Now, if I'm really working that edge and I'm looking to make it a showpiece, well then I'll progress through each of these belts. But I'm going to make a nice edge here, but I'm not looking for that level. So that bevel, that burr transferred right across there. I saw it. 1 pass. We're going to do 2 though. Just the second one we're really hoping to work on the scratches. Or the belt marks, the sanding marks. Yeah, beautiful. Next. So this is the last belt in the stiff belt kit that we're going to use. And it's a pretty smooth belt. So I'm going to pick up the speed 1 notch. One pass. 2 pass. That's it. All right, so now we're moving into some finer belts that are going to polish as well as really hone up the edge. I've got my Trizac belts. I'm not going to use them on this particular blade. Here we go. Got 3 belts here. This is a 3000 grit belt, and Of course, at 3,000, we're really looking to polish and hone. That's really all we're doing here. We're not really looking to remove a lot of material or do anything like that. But we are going to kick up the speed again. Yeah, so one of the things that I'm finding I really like with this new machine is the speed that I can crank up to on these finer belts. Cuts down on the heat in the blade, and it allows me to work a little faster through the process. So I'm seeing that burr transfer side to side now. That's enough for this belt. Yeah, simple. A couple of 2 or 3 passes back and forth. We're transferring the burr as we do it. Next, we've got a 6,000 grit belt, the purple belt. My favorite. Purple belt, purple scales, purple die, you know. Yeah, it's really starting to shine up now. And I don't know if it's transferring through, but because of where I have the wheel set, yeah, I caught that scale. That's all right. We'll rub that out of there. Because of where I have that wheel set, there's quite a bit of flex and convex going into this now. But the reason that this is why I've been coming in at that angle, because I caught that scale. Yeah, kind of a bummer. Looks like I caught it on both sides. Next. But I'll manage that. No worries. Alright, last belt. This is 12,000 grit. Really just polishing this edge up now. Oh yeah, screaming. Ooh, is that shiny. I'm gonna hit it one more time. All right, moment of truth. Where are we at? 23 minutes. So what did it take? About 8 minutes to get through that, roughly? Yeah. I mean, and that's without even hitting it on a strop, looking for a burr, in case there's a burr on there. I don't think there's a burr on it. If there is, it is a micro burr running on that piece of wood. We'll hit it one more time. I'm finding that as I'm using this, that I don't really have a burr left when I'm done. Yeah, crazy, stupid sharp. I don't know if you can hear how clean that's going through that paper either. Yeah, wonderful. All right, so, hey, we're going to give this knife away now. So here's what it takes. In the comment section below, what I need you to do is comment hashtag WORKSHARP and hashtag best knife sharpener. All one word, and both of them on your comment. So put both comments in one comment. Hashtag WORKSHARP and hashtag best knife sharpener. Now, if you don't think it's the best knife sharpener and you want to stand up on principle and not enter, I understand. But that's what I want to enter. Yep. Hashtag WORKSHARP. And in the same comment, hashtag best knife sharpener. Yep. I'll put, there'll be an example in the hashtags above, so you can just copy them and paste them. Appreciate y'all watching, and good luck on the giveaway, man. I mean, in the end of the day, it is not a sure goer off. It's a Eafengrow budget knife. But we did put a nice edge on that D2, dyed them scales purple. Pretty cool knife, right? Anyways, good luck. I hope, I don't know. What was I going to say? I hope you win it. Who am I saying that to? Anyways, good luck. Thanks for watching.